Let me ask you something. When was the last time you felt real, deep pain? The kind that shakes you to your core, that makes you question everything. That kind of pain, it's not easy to talk about, is it? It's raw, it's uncomfortable. But I'll tell you this, that pain is not the end of your story. No, my friend, that pain is just the beginning of your rise. You see, the first step to turning pain into power is facing it head on. Don't run from it, don't bury it, don't hide behind a smile while you're breaking inside. Acknowledge it, feel it, because when you confront your pain, you take away its power to control you. Pain is like a storm. It's dark, it's heavy, and it feels like it'll last forever. But storms always pass, and when they do, they leave behind something new, something stronger. Pain is not your enemy, it's your teacher. It's there to shape you, to mold you, to teach you lessons you couldn't learn any other way. Think about it. The greatest stories of triumph, the most inspiring people you've ever heard of, they didn't rise up in spite of their pain, they rose because of it. Pain showed them what they were made of. It gave them grit. It gave them fire. It gave them a reason to keep pushing when everything inside them screamed to give up. But here's the secret. It's not the pain itself that gives you power. It's how you respond to it. You can let it break you, or you can let it build you. And the way you make that shift is by changing your perspective. Stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what is this trying to teach me? That one shift, that one question can change everything. Because when you see pain as an opportunity instead of a punishment, you reclaim your power. Now, turning pain into power isn't passive, it's active. It's about taking that energy, that frustration, that hurt, and channeling it into something greater. Maybe it's working on your craft, building something new, or giving back to others. Action is the antidote to despair. When you move, when you create, when you build, you take control. You remind yourself that you're not just a victim of circumstance. You're the author of your life. In proving that the former is held to the latter. And in those moments when the weight feels too heavy to bear, when you can't see a way out, lean on faith. I'm not just talking about religion, though that's powerful too. I'm talking about faith in the process. Faith that this pain is leading you somewhere, shaping you into someone greater than you've ever imagined. You don't have to have all the answers right now. Just trust that this chapter is part of a bigger story, one where you come out stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Surround yourself with people who remind you of your strength. The ones who see the fighter in you when all you see are the scars. The ones who won't let you quit, even when quitting feels like the easiest option. Strength isn't just found within. Sometimes it's borrowed from those who love us, those who refuse to let us fall. And finally, when you've faced your pain, learned from it, and risen above it, own your power. Wear it like armor. Let it be a reminder of what you've overcome and what you're capable of. Because the truth is, your pain has a purpose. It's preparing you for something bigger, something brighter. And when you embrace that, when you step into your power, there's nothing in this world that can stop you. So rise up. Take that pain and turn it into power. Let it fuel you, guide you, and transform you. Because you were not made to stay down. You were made to rise. And the world is waiting to see just how high you can go. Acknowledging the pain is the first and most crucial step in transforming it into power. Far too often, people try to suppress or ignore their pain, pretending it doesn't exist or hoping it will fade away on its own. But the truth is, pain doesn't disappear just because we turn away from it. It lingers in the background, influencing our thoughts, emotions, and decisions until we face it directly. Acknowledging your pain isn't a sign of weakness. It's an act of courage. It's about standing in the middle of the storm and saying, this is what I'm feeling, and I'm not going to let it define me. Chat. Facing your pain means allowing yourself to truly feel it, no matter how uncomfortable or overwhelming it might seem. It's giving yourself permission to grieve, to be angry, to be vulnerable. It's recognizing that pain is a natural part of life, not something to be ashamed of. Everyone experiences pain in some form, and acknowledging it connects you to your humanity. It's a reminder that you're alive, that you're feeling, that you care deeply about something or someone. When you acknowledge your pain, you take the first step toward understanding it. You begin to unpack where it's coming from and why it's affecting you the way it is. Maybe it's rooted in loss, rejection, failure, or disappointment. Maybe it's tied to a fear or insecurity that you've been carrying for years. Whatever the source, acknowledging it allows you to start peeling back the layers, revealing truths about yourself and your journey that you may not have seen before. Acknowledging pain doesn't mean dwelling on it or letting it consume you. It means creating space to process it, to sit with it, and to listen to what it's trying to tell you. Pain often carries important messages. It might be signaling that something in your life needs to change, that a boundary needs to be set, or that it's time to let go of something that's no longer serving you. Ignoring those messages only prolongs the hurt, but facing them can lead to healing and growth. Acknowledging your pain is also about owning your story. It's about saying, yes, this happened to me. Yes, it hurts. But this is not where my story ends. It's reclaiming your narrative and refusing to let pain have the final word. When you acknowledge it, you begin to take control. You move from being a passive victim of your circumstances to an active participant in your own healing and transformation. Pain, when acknowledged, loses some of its power over you. It stops being this shadowy, all-encompassing force and becomes something tangible, something you can work through. It's not easy. It takes bravery and honesty. But the freedom and strength you gain from acknowledging your pain are worth every ounce of effort. It's the first step on the path to rising up and turning that pain into power. Pain has a way of teaching us lessons that no amount of comfort or ease ever could. It is an uninvited but powerful teacher, one that pushes us to grow, to adapt, and to evolve. When we go through painful experiences, we're forced to confront truths about ourselves, our circumstances, and the world around us. These moments of discomfort, though difficult, often reveal the strength, resilience, and potential we didn't even know we had. Pain teaches us humility, reminding us that we don't have all the answers and that life can be unpredictable. It brings us face to face with our limitations, showing us areas where we need to improve or change. Whether it's the pain of failure, rejection, or loss, it holds up a mirror to our lives and forces us to ask questions we might have been avoiding. What matters most to us? What are we willing to fight for? What do we need to let go of? It also teaches us resilience. Pain has a way of stripping away the superficial, leaving behind what's real and unshakable. It's in those moments of struggle that we discover how much we can endure. We learn that we are stronger than we thought, capable of bouncing back even when we feel broken. That resilience becomes a tool we carry with us, a reminder that no matter what comes our way, we've been through hard times before and made it through. Pain teaches us empathy too. When we've experienced deep hurt, we're more likely to understand and connect with others who are going through their own struggles. It softens us, making us more compassionate and willing to help. It reminds us that everyone is fighting a battle we may not see, and that kindness can be a lifeline. The lessons pain imparts don't just help us grow individually, they also enable us to build deeper, more meaningful relationships with others. This, at its core, pain teaches us perspective. It forces us to reevaluate what truly matters and to appreciate the things we often take for granted. The sting of losing something or someone can make us cherish the blessings we still have. The challenges we face can remind us that life is precious and fleeting, urging us to live with more intention and gratitude. Pain also challenges us to make a choice. Will we let it defeat us, or will we use it as fuel for growth? It teaches us that while we may not have control over what happens to us, we always have control over how we respond. Pain is not the end of the road. It's a turning point, a crossroads where we decide whether to stay stuck or to rise up stronger than before. In the end, pain teaches us to embrace the process of growth, which is rarely easy, but always worth it. It reminds us that life's greatest lessons often come wrapped in struggle, and that those lessons have the power to shape us into the person we are meant to become. While we may never welcome pain, we can choose to learn from it, to grow through it, and to let it guide us toward a deeper understanding of ourselves and our purpose. Shifting perspective is about changing how you view your pain and your challenges, transforming them from barriers into stepping stones. It's easy to see pain as a punishment, a sign that life is unfair or that you're stuck in a place you don't want to be. But perspective is powerful. It shapes how you interpret your experiences and ultimately how you respond to them. When you choose to shift your perspective, you take a crucial step toward reclaiming your power. One of the most important shifts is moving from a mindset of why me to what can I learn from this. Pain often feels overwhelming because it seems random or undeserved. But viewing it as an opportunity for growth changes the narrative. It reframes the struggle as something meaningful, a chance to learn lessons and gain wisdom that you wouldn't have encountered otherwise. This shift doesn't erase the pain, but it gives it purpose, which can be a source of strength. Another perspective shift involves seeing pain as temporary rather than permanent. When we're in the middle of a storm, it's easy to believe it will never end. But storms always pass, and so do hard times. Reminding yourself that pain is part of a cycle, one that will eventually give way to healing and renewal, can provide hope and clarity when you need it most. It allows you to focus on the possibilities that lie beyond your current circumstances, rather than feeling trapped by them. Perspective also means understanding that pain doesn't define you. It's a part of your journey, not the whole story. Often we let our struggles shape our identity, labeling ourselves as failures, victims, or unworthy because of what we've been through. But shifting perspective means recognizing that pain is something you experience, not something you are. You have the power to rise above it, to grow beyond it, and to let it become a chapter in your life rather than the entire book. Seeing pain as a catalyst for change is another powerful shift. Pain can be a signal that something in your life needs to be addressed, whether it's a toxic relationship, an unfulfilled dream, or a harmful habit. Instead of resisting or ignoring the discomfort, you can use it as motivation to take action and create the change you need. In this way, pain becomes a guide, pointing you toward a better, more authentic version of yourself. Shifting perspective also involves gratitude. This might seem counterintuitive. How can you be grateful for pain? But even in the hardest moments, there are lessons to be thankful for. Pain can teach you resilience, patience, and empathy. It can deepen your relationships and clarify your priorities. Finding even a small sense of gratitude in the midst of difficulty can shift your focus from what you've lost to what you've gained, helping you see the value in your experiences. Ultimately, shifting perspective is about reclaiming control over your story. It's about deciding that your pain won't hold you back. It will propel you forward. End footnote. Resilience through action is about taking control of your response to pain and challenges. It's not just about enduring hardship. It's about actively working through it, using every step forward as a way to build strength and momentum. Pain can leave you feeling stuck, paralyzed by fear, doubt, or exhaustion. But resilience isn't found in staying still. It's found in movement, in taking deliberate steps toward a better outcome, no matter how small or difficult those steps may seem. Action is the bridge between struggle and growth. When you're faced with adversity, the temptation to retreat or give up can be strong, but choosing to act transforms your pain into progress. Whether it's as simple as making a decision, reaching out for help, or committing to a goal, action shifts your focus from what's wrong to what you can do. It reminds you that you're not powerless, that even in the face of challenges, you have choices and agency over your life. Resilience through action also means embracing the process, even when it feels slow or imperfect. Building resilience isn't about achieving instant success. It's about consistently showing up and doing the work. Each step forward, no matter how small, strengthens your ability to keep going. It's like building a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Over time, those small actions add up, and you'll find that the weight of your struggles becomes easier to bear. Action gives you purpose, and purpose fuels resilience. When you channel your energy into meaningful work or goals, you create a sense of direction that can carry you through even the toughest times. Purpose acts as a reminder of why you're fighting, why you're pushing forward. It shifts your focus from the pain of the moment to the potential of the future, giving you something to hold on to when the road gets rough. Having been teaching people how to use your vision, Zen practices, taking action also helps you regain a sense of control. Pain and adversity can feel overwhelming because they often come with a sense of helplessness, as though the situation is beyond your influence. But when you choose to act, whether by seeking solutions, pursuing self-improvement, or simply refusing to give up, you reclaim your power. You remind yourself that while you may not control everything, you do control how you respond. Resilience through action is also about adapting and growing. Sometimes, the actions you take won't lead to immediate success or relief, but they teach you how to adjust and try again. Each attempt, even the ones that fail, builds your capacity to handle adversity. Over time, you learn to navigate challenges with more confidence and resourcefulness, turning obstacles into opportunities for growth. Finally, action fosters hope. Every time you take a step forward, no matter how small, you prove to yourself that progress is possible. You remind yourself that you're capable of change, that you're stronger than your circumstances, and that there's a path forward even when it's hard to see. That hope becomes a beacon, lighting the way through the darkest times and encouraging you to keep moving forward. Resilience is not just about surviving, it's about thriving in the face of hardship. And the key to building that resilience lies in action. By choosing to move, to grow, and to fight for a better future, you turn pain into power and challenges into triumphs. Through action, you rise above your circumstances and step into your strength, proving to yourself and the world that you're capable of more than you ever imagined. Faith and belief play an undeniable role in navigating through pain and turning it into power. When life feels uncertain, overwhelming, or even unbearable, faith is the anchor that keeps you grounded. It's not about having all the answers, but trusting that there is a higher purpose, a greater plan, or a path you can't yet see. In moments of struggle, belief becomes the driving force that propels you forward, even when the road ahead seems unclear. Unwaveringly focused on the goal, faith is the unwavering conviction that despite the darkness around you, there is light at the end of the tunnel. It's the inner knowing that the challenges you face aren't here to break you. They are part of a process that will shape you into something stronger, wiser, and more capable. Faith is not just a passive hope. It's an active trust in yourself, in others, and in the universe or higher power that guides you. It's the understanding that you can rely on something deeper within you, even when everything else feels fragile or uncertain. Belief works hand in hand with faith. It's the belief that you are deserving of happiness, success, and peace, even when you're not feeling your best. When pain hits hard, it can cloud your vision, making you feel unworthy or incapable of rising above your circumstances. Belief reminds you that your worth isn't determined by your struggles or your mistakes. It's rooted in who you are at your core. Love is the icing on the cake. Spread whatever you can to encourage people. Belief affirms that your setbacks do not define you. They're just stepping stones to something greater. Faith also involves surrender, an acceptance that not everything is within your control. Sometimes, no matter how hard you work or how much you plan, things don't unfold the way you expect. It's in those moments that faith becomes essential. Surrendering isn't about giving up. It's about letting go of the need to have all the answers or the ability to force a specific outcome. Faith teaches you to trust in the timing of your life, to believe that everything is unfolding as it should, even if it doesn't make sense in the moment. When you have faith, You can keep moving forward in the face of adversity because you know that every step is part of your growth. There's an underlying trust that no matter how painful the journey may seem, it will lead to something better. Faith gives you hope when hope seems lost. It allows you to face fear, uncertainty, and pain without succumbing to them, knowing that what you're experiencing now is just one chapter in your larger story. Belief is also about reinforcing your own power. It's the belief that you have the strength to overcome whatever obstacles come your way. When you believe in yourself, you stop seeing yourself as a victim of circumstances and start seeing yourself as someone who can create change, persevere, and ultimately thrive. It's a reminder that you are equipped for whatever challenges life throws at you, and that your inner strength is often greater than you realize. Having faith and belief isn't about ignoring pain or pretending everything is fine when it's not. It's about acknowledging that even in the worst of times, there is still something to hold on to, something to guide you through the storm. Faith and belief serve as the fuel that keeps you going when all you want to do is stop. They remind you that there's always a way forward, even if you can't see it just yet. In times of struggle, faith and belief are the invisible forces that carry you through. They're the quiet strength that helps you rise again and again, even when you feel like you've been knocked down. With faith in yourself, in your journey, and in the belief that you are capable of overcoming, you can turn any setback into a comeback. When pain feels insurmountable, faith and belief are what will ultimately help you transform it into something powerful and life-changing. Unchanging prayer. Unchanging prayer. Surrounding yourself with strength is one of the most impactful things you can do on your journey to turn pain into power. The people you choose to have in your life, the environments you put yourself in, and the energy you allow to influence you play a massive role in how you handle adversity. Strength is contagious, and when you surround yourself with individuals who uplift, encourage, and inspire you, you begin to absorb that same energy and power. You begin to absorb that same energy and power. The people around you can either lift you up or drag you down. In moments of hardship, having strong, positive people around you can make all the difference. These are the people who remind you of your potential, who believe in you even when you don't believe in yourself. They don't let you stay stuck in negativity or self-doubt, but instead, they push you to keep going, to rise above, and to see beyond the pain. Strength comes not only from those who have been through struggles themselves, but also from those who possess an unwavering belief in your ability to overcome. These individuals bring a sense of perspective and calmness, helping you to refocus and realign with your goals. When you're surrounded by people who know how to keep their heads high in times of struggle, you begin to see that resilience isn't just about individual strength. It's about the collective strength of those who stand beside you. It's important to seek out mentors, role models, or friends who inspire you. Their experiences, wisdom, and courage can light the way when you feel lost. The strength they exude becomes a beacon of hope and a reminder that you too are capable of navigating life's challenges. They've walked the path before, and they show you that you don't have to face your struggles alone. But it's not just about being surrounded by strong individuals. It's about creating an environment that fosters your growth and unselfishness. The spaces you inhabit, whether it's your home, your workspace, or the places you frequent, have a profound impact on your mindset. Surrounding yourself with positivity, purpose, and motivation can help keep you focused on the right things, especially when life gets tough. If your environment is filled with negativity, doubt, or chaos, it's harder to stay focused and energized. But when you curate your surroundings with people, books, music, and activities that inspire and strengthen you, it becomes easier to tap into your own power. Sometimes, strength comes from learning how to let go of relationships and situations that drain you. Not everyone in your life is meant to stay. As you grow and evolve, certain people and dynamics might no longer serve you. Letting go of toxic relationships, environments, and influences that bring you down isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of self-respect and self-care. By creating space for healthier, more supportive connections, you give yourself the chance to thrive. When you surround yourself with strength, you are constantly reminded that you don't have to carry the weight of your struggles alone. The support, encouragement, and shared strength of those around you can provide the fuel you need to keep moving forward. They help you remember your worth, your power, and your capacity to rise above whatever life throws your way. This is not just about seeking external strength. It's about finding strength in community, in connection, and in the realization that you are part of something greater than yourself. Surrounding yourself with strength is about filling your life with the energy, people, and environments that inspire you to keep pushing forward. It reminds you that no matter how hard the journey gets, you have a support system that believes in you and that together you can overcome anything. This external strength fuels the internal strength you need to face challenges, conquer fears, and rise above adversity.